Man, I never thought this shit would happen to me, but it did. I thought maybe whenever my parents were dead in the grave and I was 80 years old, that I would fill my diaper or something with piss and shit. But it turns out it had to happen at the good old age of 28 years old. Yep, that's right. I shit my pants. And I'll tell you how it led up to that, okay? I'll tell you what happened. So, I was out with my friends. We were having a good old time all night long. I mean, we pulled an all-nighter, you know, back up from the grave, right? We came back up like we were teenagers again. We woke up out of our graves. Welcome to the land of the living, you know that reference. Anyways, and man, we had fun. I don't drink, but I like staying awake. I'm more of a speedhead, so I was drinking triple shot Monster energy drinks all night long. Okay? And my heart was racing, and I was climbing on the buildings in downtown, screaming at people. I was having a good time. I looked like a tweaker, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was tweaking hard. I was like, and at one point, I was climbing up on this one weird little abstract building thing that, you know, the downtown's always gonna have. Like, ooh, what if we welded some pieces of metal together and called it art? Anyways, that's what I was climbing on, and I was up on top of it, and these girls, they came out of nowhere, you know, these bitches. They were like, oh my God, he cute, whenever I was climbing up there. And I climbed down, you know, I was like, oh yeah, they think I'm cute. I'm married, you know, I'm not looking for anybody. But it felt good for some females to be calling me cute. It boosted my confidence, you know? Then I climbed down, and they're like, oh my God, he's short. Because I'm like 5'3", bro. I'm a fucking dwarf, bro. Anyways, that's besides the point. That was just a really dark moment in the night, okay? Besides the darkness of the night. It was dark, okay? I didn't like it. Made me feel shitty. So, of course, I started leaning more heavily on coffees to help me get over the pain of being short. These coffees made me feel high and tall. These triple shot monsters, bro, I couldn't get enough of them. I had like a 6-pack of them in my backpack that I was carrying around, running around like a fucking moron. You know, I always pack a snack, and or I pack a bag full of snacks and other drinks for my friends for whenever we go on our little adventures, whenever that happens. So that way we don't have to go into stores and buy shit and waste $20 on an energy drink, you know, because people overcharge and they gut you. But I had like a whole pack of them, right? And I was drinking them to lean on it and help me feel better, because I'm not the type of guy to cope and be like, no, man, you know, weed, it's not a drug, bro. It makes you smarter. It makes you think differently. No, dude, I admit it, man. I want the caffeine drug in my system because it makes me feel good. I like how it feels. Okay, I can admit it. I'm not some pothead who can't admit that the drug is bad for me, but I want to use it because it feels good. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm a caffeine head. I'm not a pothead. But the night continued on, went into the morning hours, and I'm not even joking, dude. I'm staying up. The sun is rising. The birds are chirping. You know that alarm that you get from the birds whenever they're like, hey, motherfucker, you should totally go to sleep. You should go to sleep, bro. I get that feeling at the bottom of my stomach like, oh, shit. I'm going to have a really rough fucking day, bro. I got to stay up and hang out with my wife now. I can't sleep in because then she'll freaking mommy me and like body me and shit, dude. Slam me on the bed. It's fucking horrible. My lobster is too buttery and my steak is too juicy. Fuck. Anyways, I get to my parents' house because I'm supposed to do something with them. I'm supposed to like help them mow their lawn, you know, and like I like talking to them. So I chit chat with them. Blah blah blah. I feel like this really big bubble in my stomach, like I have to fart really bad. And it's like, you know, that mean fart that just builds up pressure in your stomach, and you're like, oh dude, it's coming, this is gonna be a big one. And I thought it'd be funny if I ripped a really big one in front of my parents, you know, it's like really loud so they could hear it. So I forced it as hard as I could. I put all my abdominal muscle into my anus, and like, and I pushed it as hard as I could, and a fucking cannonball of shit just boom out of my shorts. By the way, I'm not wearing boxers because I'm fucking crazy, and I'm wearing gym shorts. So there was no filter, Betty. No filter. It went straight into the fucking carpet. Bam! Splat! All over the carpet. And it smelled instantly like shit in the house. And the reaction of my parents was priceless, bro. My mom was like, oh my God, are you okay? Like, are you okay? Like, not in the sense like, are you sick? You know, like, do you have a tummy ache? It's more of like, are you mentally okay? You literally took a shit on the carpet like you're 3 years old, and like you're 80 years old, and you have dementia now and you need a diaper. That's the kind of reaction she had. She's like, oh my God, are you okay? Is there something wrong with you? You know? And my dad, he was in the several stages of grief. You know, it's like, first it's denial, then it's like the realization that it's happening, and then you just accept it or whatever. I don't fucking remember what the stages are. But he was in the middle of it, right? He's like, I was like, Dad, I shit myself. He's like, no, you didn't. I was like, Dad, I literally shit all over your carpet. And he looked, and the smell didn't hit his fucking button Shrek ass nose yet. He has a Shrek nose. Anyways, it just looks like it. But the smell didn't hit him yet, and he was like, no, that's mud. You just drug mud in the house to fuck with me. I was like, no, Dad, I shit myself. And he started to smell it. He was like, oh my God. Oh. So, I'll be honest with you guys. I lied at the beginning. This was not the only time I've ever shit my pants. I've actually shit my pants several times in my entire adult life because I thought it was a fart, but I loaded a shit into my pants. And I've had some pretty big ones. So yeah, I have like a problem not being able to tell whether or not it's a fart or shit, and I force it out, and it ends up just being complete shit. That's the story of how I ruined my parents' carpet.